Good morning, my dear students in grade 9. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Our lesson today is Module 2, 2C, page 22, reading. Objectives of our lesson today is to classify some means of communication from the most direct to the most distant. Identify the sentences that summarizes the main idea of the reading text. Direct communication is dying out. Vocabulary: catch up on, generation, impossible, encouraging, go against, behave, doubt, and fear. Match the means with pictures. Look at the pictures. Face to face, Skype, phone call, instant messaging, email, text message. Objectives: read and choose the correct answer in 5 questions correctly. Match 6 words or phrases with their meanings correctly. Catch up on. Catch up on. To give someone the latest news or information about something. Again, catch up on. To give someone the latest news or information about something. Can someone catch me up on the latest news? Generation. Generation. All the people of about the same age within a society or within a particular family. The younger generation like computers more than their parents did. The younger generation like computers more than their parents did. Impossible or impossible. Something can't happen or be achieved. Something can't happen or be achieved. It was impossible to sleep because of the noise. Encouraging. Make you feel more confident and have more hope. There was a lot of positive feedback which was very encouraging. Go against. If a decision or vote goes against someone, they don't get the result that they wanted. The judge's decision went against us. The judge's decision went against us. Behave. Behave. To act in a particular way. He always behaves badly when his uncle comes to visit. Doubt. Not being certain about something, especially about how good or true it is. I am having doubts about his ability to do the job. Fear. An unpleasant emotion or thought that you have when you are frightened or worried by something dangerous, painful, or bad. I have a fear of heights. Generation. Perfect. Against. Go against. Encouraging. Doubt. Opinions. Fear. Classify some means of communication from the most direct to the most distant. Look at the means of communication and put them in order, starting from the most direct means of communication to the most distant. Students book, page 22, activity A. Face-to-face, Skype, phone call, instant messaging, email, text message. Classify means of communication from the most direct to the most distant. Objective 1. Identify the sentence that summarizes the main idea of the reading text. Direct communication is dying out. Read the text quickly, skim which sentence best summarizes the main idea of the text. Nowadays, young people haven't got communication skills. Face-to-face communication has become less common today for a number of reasons. Distant communication has more advantages than direct communication. Face-to-face, Skype, phone call, the instant messaging, email, and text messaging. Yeah. Face-to-face communication has become less common today for a number of reasons. We have achieved the first objective. Okay, here. Complete the following sentences from the text on page 22. Now let's read. We wanted to read here. Look at the pictures. What can you see here? There are some teenagers who are texting each other or talking to each other using means of communication.
C. 1. Read. Direct communication is dying out. In the past, friends used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. Nowadays, with the rise of technological communication, personal contact is becoming less frequent, and the more distant communication methods like email, text, or instant messaging are taking its place. Many people fear that the younger generation is losing the social skills they need to communicate. When communicating face-to-face, young people feel uncomfortable, and keeping eye contact is difficult for them. They avoid making phone calls and prefer to send someone a text, even when they are in the next room. Is this a problem, or is it just the way that humans are evolving? A recent study has shown that 2/3 of teenagers are now more likely to text their friends than call them. Young people often prefer to text because they can hide aspects of their personality. For example, if they're shy, they can seem cooler. Also, texting is a way to stay in touch with more people, as it's impossible to see lots of people face to face. So many teenagers believe this distant way of communicating is actually improving communication. There is no doubt that face-to-face communication is more than just words. When speaking to someone face-to-face, your tone of voice and body language play an important role too. Today, many people are going against the trend of distant communication. No email days are becoming popular in the USA, and companies are encouraging people to pick up the phone and talk to another human being, or even meet face-to-face.
Humans are social beings. Some years ago, a UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles survey came up with the following statistics for spoken communication. 7% of meaning is in the spoken word. 38% of meaning is paralinguistic, the way we say the words. 55% of meaning is in facial expression and body language.
What type of the text is it? What type of text is it? It's an article. Where can you find it? Perfect, in a magazine. Let's read again and then answer some questions. What did friends used to do in the past? What did friends used to do in the past? In the past, friends used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. Again, in the past, friends used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. So here they used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. What are some more distant communication methods? Again, what are some more distant communication methods? Email, text, or instant messaging. What do many people fear today? What do many people fear today? They fear that the younger generation is losing the social skills they need to communicate face to face. Again, what do many people fear today? Let's go back. Many people fear that the younger generation is losing the social skills they need to communicate. How do young people feel today when communicating face to face? Again, how do young people feel today when communicating face to face? Let's go back to the text. Young people feel uncomfortable and keeping eye contact is difficult for them. Again, young people feel uncomfortable. Do they always look at each other when they communicate? Do they always look at each other when they communicate? No, they don't, as they keep eye contact is difficult for them. No, they don't. Keeping eye contact is difficult for them. Keeping eye contact is difficult for them. Okay, now let's turn to the other questions. Do they prefer text messages to phone calls? Do they prefer text messages to phone calls? Yes, they do. What has a recent study shown? That 2/3 of teenagers are now more likely to text their friends than call them. Why do many teenagers believe that this distant way of communicating is actually improving communication? because they can stay in touch with more people. What plays an important role when speaking face to face apart from words? Your tone or voice and the body language. Where are no email days becoming popular? Where are no email days becoming popular? In the USA. What do the statistics refer to? They refer to spoken communication. They refer to spoken communication. The initials UCLA stand for University of California, Los Angeles. No Email Day is a campaign encouraging people to stop using email completely for 24 hours. Here are the new vocab: catch up on, frequent, develop, evolving, develop slowly, evolving, develop slowly, encouraging, motivating, impossible, not able to occur, generation, all people born at the same time. Look at the highlighted words or phrases in the text and match them with their meanings. Then check your answers in a dictionary. See using a dictionary, page 18. Now please pause the video, read and match, and then come back to check your answers. Number 1, catch up on. To find out about what has happened. Frequent, happening often. Generation, all the people of about the same age. Evolve, to develop slowly. Impossible, can't be done. Encourage, to suggest that someone does something that would be good. Now scan the text, then read it carefully and answer the questions. Choose A, B, or C. Number 1, according to the text. According to the text, why is face-to-face communication becoming less frequent? Again, according to the text, why is face-to-face communication becoming less frequent? Because people are busier than they used to be, because modern communication methods are faster, because technological communication is becoming more popular. Again, according to the text, why is face-to-face communication becoming less frequent? Yes, excellent, because technological communication is becoming more popular. Question number 2. How do you know when a young person is losing his or her social skills? How do you know when a young person is losing his or her social skills? Yeah, when they avoid looking at you when talking. When they avoid looking at you when talking. When they start making lots of phone calls. When they stop sending you texts and email. Yeah, the correct answer is A, when they avoid looking at you when talking. Question 3. According to the text, why do many young people prefer more distant communication methods? Again, according to the text, why do many young people prefer more distant communication methods? Because they think distant communication is cool, because they don't want others to know their identity, identity, or because it's easier to communicate when you don't show who you really are. Yes, it's C. Because it's easier to communicate when you don't show who you really are. What is true about no email days? What is true about no email days? They make people use more direct communication. They are against face-to-face communication. Companies feel that they are a waste of time. Yes, perfect. They make people use more direct communication. Number 5, according to the US UCLA survey, what is the most important part of spoken communication? The words you say, the way you say the words, the way you behave when you speak. Yeah, the way you behave when you speak. Now, look here. Complete the following sentences from the text on page 22. In the past, friends call or meet up to each other's news. You can find the answer in line 2. Number 2, personal contact is becoming less. Line 6. Number 3, many people fear that the younger is losing the skills. Number 4, is this is this just the way that humans are? Number 5, texting is a way to stay in touch with people as it's to see lots of people. Number 6, companies are people to pick up the phone and talk. Go to your student's book, page 22, find the words and then come back, complete the sentences, and then come back to check your answers. Number 1, in the past, friends used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. Again, in the past, friends used to call or meet up to catch up on each other's news. Number 2, personal contact is becoming less frequent. Again, personal contact is becoming less frequent. Number 3, many people fear that the younger generation is losing the social skills. Number 4, is this a problem or is this just the way that humans are evolving? Number 5, texting is a way to stay in touch with people as it's impossible to see lots of people. Companies are encouraging people to pick up the phone and talk. Answer the following questions. Why is personal contact becoming less frequent? How do young people feel when communicating face to face? Why do young people prefer often to text their friends than call them? Where are no email days are becoming more popular? What does the abbreviation UCLA stand for? And what's your best way of communication and why? Why is personal contact becoming less frequent? Because of the rise of technological communication. How do young people feel when communicating face to face? They feel uncomfortable. Why do young people often prefer to text their friends than call them? Because they can aspect of their personality. Where are no email days are becoming more popular in the USA. What does the abbreviation UCLA stand for? University of California, Los Angeles. And now please compose 3 meaningful sentences using the new vocabulary. And now let's say goodbye, my lovely students.